this draft and where you guys are at,
yeah,
you have to be, there's really not a lot of tomorrow, but it's more like the day after that.
yeah. I mean, but you have to be both. You know, you can't just look at tomorrow. You have to look at the future with our team as well. And Danny and I obviously have done that, and we look at that. And we don't have a lot of signed players right now on our rosters, which is pretty interesting. But we have the ones who are really good, and we know that. And we just have to try to keep putting the right pieces around them. The younger guys need more guys. The older guys need more support. And that's how we look at it.
But consider the guys who have pushes the veterans who aren't signed after next year.
Yeah.
This really there's got to be a huge focus on this coming season, isn't there?
Well, I think definitely. We want to win it, along with some other teams. And we feel like we're one of those teams who can, and so do those other teams. And for us to do that, we obviously have to get the right pieces. We have to have a good summer. But we also are looking at the future as well.
When you look at this in the playoffs after you guys left, was there a big damn moment?
Yeah, it was a lot of damn moments, honestly. I wish we could have played better. I wish we had our health, with that guy up there, and, Shaq had given us some minutes. But those, that's part of the game, being healthy and at the right time. It's all about that, too, not just playing. You did have some of those. I had dinner with the Big Three recently, and we were talking about that and how important the regular season is. And, we gave away some games, that maybe we were in a different bracket, and so all kinds of things could have happened, but they didn't, and I think our guys understand that.
Yeah, how would you assess the team as you get ready for the draft? What you have and kind of what you need to do to get to the next place?
We have a good team. Like Doc said, we have a good core group of guys, and we have a busy off season this year with a lot of free agents, a lot of roster spots to fill. And as soon as the draft is over, we'll be focusing on that. Although we've been focused on free agency and preparing for that, and been talking to teams about trade possibilities and all the deals that come in the offseason.
Danny, where's the biggest area this draft can help you as the organization?
When we're drafting where we're drafting, I'm not trying to put a negative spin on this. I'm trying to be realistic. The 25th pick of the draft probably is not going to help us immediately. But there are some players that we think can fit our roster, that can fit in with the personality of our team, that have a work ethic that can make our team better in practice, and can just add depth to our roster.
For both you guys, how much do you have to address size in this draft, even if it's a future?
We have to address size in the off season for sure. It doesn't necessarily have to be the draft.
I agree with that. I mean, you don't have size. Usually, size is available at the 25th pick. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign, honestly, but sometimes you can get lucky. Danny, like I've said it for years, if there's a guy there at that size that can play, he'll know it.
Danny, how frustrating is it? You have a lot of moves to make, but there could very well be a lockout.
It's the same for everybody. We're all in a situation. Nobody wants to not be doing business as normal, but we're patiently waiting and preparing for the time that we will be doing business, and then knowing what the new rules may be, or maybe it stays the same. I don't know, but we'll be prepared, and we're in the same boat with every team.
Danny, when you're drafting at 25, do you have a philosophy in terms of best talent or fit or anything along those lines? Or?
I think that it's we want good players, and all the things factor in. Sometimes we're looking to add more character, more toughness, more shooting, better ball handling, better decision making, better upside. All of those things are realistically come into play every time we draft, and so rarely are those characteristics in one player. If they are, then his name is Michael Jordan. And so, those are all factors that we consider. And we're looking for good people. Every team that we have is different. This year, I think that we'll be able to, add some good pieces to our team. But I don't see starters. we're not adding any starters to our team. We'll add some good role players, hopefully.
How's Rondo's elbow?
You can ask Rondo right there. No, he's not 100% yet. He's probably about 4 weeks away from playing basketball full speed, but he can do some training and conditioning is all right now.
How amazing was it that he was able to play at all with an injury like that?
Yeah, no, Rondo's a tough kid. I think that any of our players would have been out there playing, though. In that situation, you don't really get the opportunity to play in big series like that, and Rajon was in a lot of pain and was able to give us a good effort.
I don't think players get enough credit for that, honestly. Rondo, what he did was amazing, and I agree with Danny. I think everyone on our team would play. I can't speak for other teams, but I think we have that type of group that they wanted to win, and they know that you can't take any year for granted, and they wanted this to be that year, and obviously it didn't happen, but still says a lot about the guy that he went out and played.
Have you guys talked to Lawrence, and has he expressed an interest in coming back if he doesn't get a head coaching job?
Yeah, Lawrence has interest in coming back. Lawrence will have an opportunity to coach. As you know, he's been a top candidate on a lot of teams this year in the off season. Maybe runner-up in a few. I'm sure runner-up in a couple of places. And so we want Lawrence back. Lawrence will have options for other teams too. He's not under contract, and he'll have an opportunity to explore all those options.
Danny, have you talked to Baby?
Yeah.
And what's his position? What's his interest in coming back?
I don't know. Baby's a free agent, and we can't talk to him about contract or anything like that, and we'll find out come July.